To understand heat, let us discuss an activity. Take two glass tumblers and fill one of them with hot water, the other one with cold water. Take two thermometers, place one in hot water, the other one in cold water, and you have to observe in a span of time. After a while, what you are going to observe is, what you'll see is the thermometer which is placed in the hot water, you see the level of mercury rises than the normal level, whereas in the thermometer which is placed in the cold water, we see that the level of the mercury column decreases than the normal level. As we know that the bodies which are in contact achieve thermal equilibrium due to transfer of heat energy. Here, the thermometer which is placed in the hot water, there is a rise in the mercury level because the heat energy from the hot water got transferred to the mercury. Here, the hot water is a hotter body, whereas the mercury is a colder body. In the second case, you observe that mercury level comes down from its initial level because the transfer of heat from mercury hotter body to water colder body. So heat is a form of energy in transit that flows from a body at a higher temperature to a body at a lower temperature. The steadiness of the mercury column of the thermometer indicates the flow of heat between thermometric liquid, mercury and the water has been stopped. Then there will be an attainment of thermal equilibrium. This thermal equilibrium gives the temperature. So temperature is a measure of thermal equilibrium. Consider two different systems A and B are in thermal contact, and these A and B are individually in thermal equilibrium with C. Then A and C will be in thermal equilibrium and B and C will be in thermal equilibrium. If A is in thermal equilibrium with C, they both have the same temperature. Similarly, if B and C will also have same temperature. Thus, A and B will have the same temperatures and they will be in thermal equilibrium with each other. That means A, B and C are in thermal contact. This is known as zeroth law of thermodynamics. Now the SI unit of heat is joule. It is denoted by J. The Cg's unit of heat is calorie. It is denoted by Cal. So now the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius is called calorie. And the relation between calorie and joule is 1 calorie is equal to 4.186 joules, or you can write as 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joules. SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. It is represented by K. It is also expressed in degrees Celsius. We have to know that 0 degrees Celsius is equal to 273 Kelvin. If you want to convert degrees Celsius to Kelvin, you have to add 273 plus temperature in degrees Celsius. I am telling, if you want to convert degrees Celsius into Kelvin scale, so temperature in Kelvin is equal to 273 plus temperature in Celsius scale. Temperature measured on Kelvin scale is also called as absolute temperature. So what is absolute temperature? Absolute temperature is nothing but temperature in Kelvin, which is measured in Kelvin scale, is known as absolute temperature. Now we have to understand the relation between temperature and kinetic energy. Take two bowls, one with hot water and second one with cold water. Gently sprinkle some food color or potassium permanganate crystals. When you sprinkle this potassium permanganate crystals on the surface of the water in the bowls, the motion of these crystals of potassium permanganate. We notice that the crystals of potassium permanganate jiggle. Jiggle means here move randomly. This happens because the molecules of water in both the bowls are in random motion. We observe that jiggling of these crystals in hot water is more when compared to the jiggling in cold water. So bodies possess kinetic energy when they are in motion. speed of the motion of these particles. That means here crystals of potassium permanganate in both the bowls of water is different. We say that they have different kinetic energies. So we can conclude that average kinetic energy of the molecules or the particles of hotter body is greater than that of a colder body. Temperature of a body is an indicator of average kinetic energy of the molecules of that body. So we can conclude that average kinetic energy of the molecules is directly proportional to the absolute temperature.